Ready for the main?
I'm ready for the main.
Perfect.
Show us what we're doing in this course.
So we're going to do duck
Love
and a
duck.
side of potatoes. The duck is one of my favorite dishes at the moment.
Yeah.
It's the pumpkin. We have very, very special pumpkins. I don't know if you can get a close picture of this.
These, I tried to lift that pumpkin before. Seriously, you need to do some bodybuilding before you can pick these pumpkins up. It's
These
amazing.
are probably my favorite products in the world right now. Pumpkins come from Mark Valletta. Just incredible.
Wow.
You'll see.
Amazing.
So, first thing first
What are we doing with our
is
duck?
take the duck out. Now this is very important. You
Yeah.
really need to get the duck as dry as you can.
So pat that dry with a piece of paper towel.
Pat it dry with a piece of paper towel, and then also make sure that your pan is really dry and clean.
Yep.
If you see there's a big layer of fat there,
Yep.
we want to get rid of all of that and just
Okay.
be left with a perfect crispy finish.
So you have super hot pan,
Now cold pan at the start.
a cold pan at the
Exactly.
start.
Cold pan.
Wow. Okay.
So cold pan at the start. What's going to happen is the heat's going to start to boil at the top,
Yep.
and then this will start to push out the fat. It's called rendering out. As the
Right.
fat comes out, we're going to pour it off.
Yep.
After about roughly 8 minutes, we'll be able to put it in the oven, finish it off, and we'll have a beautiful crispy duck.
Right. Okay.
So at home, obviously, you'll have a stove. I need to sort of adjust our stove today.
This is rustic cooking, yeah? And if you want to do this on a barbecue,
It's perfect.
Go ahead.
Perfect for the barbecue. If you want to do it on the barbecue, just follow everything I'm doing.
yeah.
And then you're good. So bring that across. That's our stove.
This is how they do it at Matilda. It's all about fire, it's all about smoke, there's so much
Never this
theatre. Chef not normally drinking champagne in the kitchen,
Never,
but
never.
These are today's rules.
Exactly. It's a special day.
So no oil in the pan,
No oil in the pan.
cold to start with, and then we're rendering out that duck fat.
Exactly. And so it's a little bit of troubleshooting. You should hear, I often like to think that you need to listen to what you're cooking. So you should hear it start to crack, and then you know that there's getting some heat into the skin. The fat's going to start rendering quite soon.
Okay.
While we're doing that, we might as well do a side.
Yes.
Perfect. So, if you open up the potatoes, you can leave it in the tray, just so it looks a bit nicer. I'm going to put it on the tray. And we're going to just bang that straight in the oven. The potatoes have already been par cooked.
Yep.
Make it a little bit easier for you guys.
Yep.
Straight in the oven.
How long?
Well, I've got my oven on about 600 degrees, so it's going to take 2 minutes.
We all need one of these at home.
I would say 180 degrees, probably about 10 minutes, but please check constantly.
Yeah.
Everyone's ovens are going to be slightly different.
Yes, this is true.
We've written down some really good instructions, but check all the way,
Yep.
for sure.
Active cooking.
Exactly.
You can drink your
Stop.
champagne, but active cooking.
Quick champagne break.
And are we hearing our
You
fat?
can hear it? Can you hear it?
It's crackling.
It's crackling.
Yeah.
So now we see, if I move that around,
Oh, the
you
fat's
see all
coming
that
up.
fat that's coming on there?
Yeah.
That's the start.
So you just leave that in the pan.
Yeah, you need to keep pushing.
Yeah? Is that tenderizing the meat?
The meat will already be tender
Okay.
because we dry age our ducks.
You dry age your
We
ducks.
dry age the ducks for about 12 days.
That's a t-shirt. I dry age my duck.
I'm going to wash my hands because I just touched the duck. Please make sure you're washing your hands.
I'm not touching the duck. Leaving the duck to
I'll
Alexis.
do all the hard work.
This is just the way I like it. A man in my kitchen cooking.
Perfect. And see, now you can hear it really going.
Yes, it's crackling.
All right. So then again, this one is really, it's going to be left a little bit up to you. Just need to go. See, I can tell that's only just begun. It's starting to be shiny. Still got a long way to go.
Okay.
All right, and then so we'll also do the side. We'll do like a pumpkin kumquat
Yeah.
and a pumpkin seed crumb for the pumpkin.
Fancy.
Basically, this duck dish is all about the pumpkin.
Yeah.
It's the star of the show.
Right. Okay.
The duck, the pumpkin, it'll be delicious.
Okay.
So we've got a little bit of duck sauce. What's that? Straight into the pan.
Do you want a spoon?
I've got one. I've got a secret stash. Beautiful. Duck sauce in. We'll put that over to the side. It's getting hot, we don't have to worry about it anymore. And then whenever I'm doing a garnish at work, I always get the guys to tray it up so it comes to the pass and I can make it beautiful. I reckon that's what we should do here.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is going to be a lot to do with your own style. You can copy the picture that we give you.
What do we got here?
This
Is this the kumquat?
This is some mandarin.
Oh, mandarin?
No, it's some julienne, another one of these words.
Julienne.
Julienne pumpkin.
Julienne pumpkin.
Slightly pickled.
Right.
And then this is the kumquat puree.
Right.
I'm going to get you to taste this because it's very, very strong. Guys, make sure you taste everything as you're going.
Wow. That is beautiful.
Yeah.
Delicious. Into the sink we go.
All right, so now you can start to see all the fat. Still probably about another 6 minutes over there. All right, see potatoes coming up nice.
Beautiful.
At Matilda, we like it a little bit darker. So we're gonna keep going.
You're gonna keep going.
Keep going. A little bit darker, nice and crispy. Should be beautiful.
Oh.
Oh my God, it's really hot. Man, what do we think for the plate? Should I do it, or do you want to do it?
No, you
Or
do
both
it, because otherwise it might not be as attractive if I do it.
I'm sure we'll do it.
Show me how you would do it in the restaurant.
I'm not going to be able to show you exactly how I do it in the restaurant, because I'm not going to give all the secrets away. And also, there's a little bit more work that goes in from our
All
side.
right, we'll do a home version.
So make a nice dot.
Yep.
When you put the dot down, if you leave the shape for the spoon, that's how you'll be able to get a nice clean shape.
Oh,
Almost looks like a love heart.
yeah.
And I think it'll be quite nice. Let's go clean spoon. Quite nice to dress this pumpkin around there. I'm going to build the rest of the plate off that point.
Okay.
I reckon the potatoes are probably done now. You can hear the duck is really going for it now.
Crackling. Yeah.
Yeah. What's going to happen when it starts to crackle is it's going to want to pop up from the heat.
Okay.
So you see up there, the very center is popping up.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
Is it a bit so I'm touching?
Right.
gonna
Okay,
push
so
it
you've got
down
to
a
keep
little bit
pushing it
now.
down into the pan. Okay, got it.
But really, you can see the color.
Beautiful.
It's going to be beautiful, and it's only going to get better from there. Back onto my perfect stove. All right, so the potatoes.
Potatoes.
Now at home, you're going to
Yeah.
leave them in the container.
Yes, the container they
then-
came in. Yeah.
The container that it came in. And then this is a lovely glaze. Put that all on.
What is in this glaze? It looks beautiful. Is this your secret recipe?
It's a secret. I'm not going to tell you right now.
You don't need to
We
know.
can't give everyone the
All you
recipes.
need to know is that it's going to be delicious, and all the hard work has been done by Aleksis for you to
Exactly.
enjoy. Wow, they look delicious.
Right, so now they're nice and
Like a
glazed,
glaze.
but they're going to go back in the oven.
Okay.
Get it really nice and crispy.
Okay.
I'd say the potatoes have about 2 minutes left.
Great. So then you keep them in the container that they came in, put the glaze on top, back in the oven for another 2 minutes.
Exactly. Think that's a nice bowl for the potatoes?
Yes.
Perfect. All right, duck's coming along well. We can see it now. I think we're ready to go in the oven.
Okay. It's looking good.
I'm gonna give it a little touch on that side, just so the heat starts to come through. But really, I want it to keep rendering through there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it there. My oven's slightly different. Most of the heat's coming from the bottom because it's all ceramic. So I can leave it face down and know that it will continue to render.
Okay.
Probably for about another 10 minutes.
Okay.
While I put that one in, look at the potatoes now. Beautiful. Can you smell that?
Gorgeous. Oh, I was nearly about to touch that dish and I
Yeah,
realised
be
the
very
heat on it.
careful.
The
Please be
heat
very
on
careful.
it. Oh, it smells amazing.
Nice little crumb. Done. Potatoes in, simple, and delicious.
Gorgeous. Wow.
Beautiful.
So good. That is so good.
Now the duck will be
Ready in a minute.
ready in a minute. What should we do in the meantime?
What else we got for this dish?
Beautiful. So now take the pumpkin as far as you like. Personally, I like it to be really, really cooked, almost like meat cube. A little bit black. And you can come with the crumb. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get some of that duck sauce. This is maybe a little secret tip. We get some of the duck sauce, glaze up the pumpkin. Yeah, and all that char there, that's just flavor.
Yum.
Absolutely beautiful. Save that for the finishing. And then we get the pumpkin seed crumb. So this crumb is gluten-free because it's just pumpkin seeds. A little bit of sugar, a little bit of salt, and some vinegar powder. You are going to want to use all the pumpkin seed crumb. I'm just going to dress these ones nicely to make the dish look beautiful. Yeah, I reckon that's it actually.
Yeah, perfect.
That's it. Nice, clean, simple. We'll have the duck on the other side. We have a look at this duck now. I reckon this is going to look beautiful. This is the moment of truth.
Ah, gorgeous.
Stunning. It's still nice and crispy. So when you touch it, you can feel there's a bit of extra give.
Yep.
That means there's still a little bit of fat there.
So you want more?
We want to get rid of all the fat.
You want to get rid of all the fat.
On a
So if you got
lean duck.
a lean duck.
Lean, crispy duck.
If it gives, back in the oven.
If you guys have a probe at home, that would be amazing.
So what would you be looking for in the probe?
60 degrees
60 degrees.
for the duck. Hit
Okay.
60, it's going to be perfect. It's going to be slightly blush, not too over.
You don't want a well done duck, do you?
No,
No. Just like a good piece of meat.
exactly. Right. For me, that's perfect.
Yeah, gorgeous.
It's amazing. So then you're going to need to let it rest for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
I generally like to rest all meat for as long as I cook it,
Okay. That's a good tip.
as a
you're
general rule.
resting your meat about the same time that it's taken you to cook it. That's a good tip.
All right. And then now we're going to think, how do we want to present it?
You tell me, chef.
Single on that.
A couple of pieces.
Yeah, I think we'll do it Matilda style.
Wow, and look how easily that cuts. Gorgeous.
So this is what it should be turning out like.
A little bit of pink. Yeah.
Beautiful blushing.
Beautifully rendered fat.
All right, I'll bring it over. At this point, make sure your sauce is hot. It's about to go straight on. Back onto the gas stove. Duck on the plate. Really show a little bit of that pink because it's beautiful. That nice, clean, linear, straight line. And all we need to do is finish it with sauce.
All right.
I always like to take the sauce out of the pan, scrape it on the bottom so there's no drips, and you have full freedom to go wherever you like. Scrape and drop.
Wow.
That's
And
it.
there you have it.
Marbled potatoes, duck, crispy pumpkin.
Gorgeous.
Delicious.
Well done, chef.
Thank you.
So Aleksis, the champagne that I chose to partner with the duck is a rosé. It's from Sousa De Sousa are another family estate. 1920 they were founded. Champagne was really affected by war, and after World War I, when there was a depression and a lot of the Champagne families didn't want to stay, the price of the fruit, the price of the wine was in a hole. Some of the smarter families from Germany and from Portugal came across into the Champagne area and bought some of the best pieces of land. So the De Sousa family have mainly Grand Cru vineyards in the heart of the Côte de Blanc, and the Côte de Blanc is the coast of white, and they really specialize in the Chardonnay grape. So what we have in this Champagne is a 92% Chardonnay, and the reason we have this beautiful pink color is that they take the Pinot Noir fruit. The vines for the Pinot for this fruit are really old. The older the vine gets, the lower the yield, so less fruit, but more powerful, more intense. And the fruit is coming from a little village called Avize, which is really the heart of the Champagne region. So big, powerful, red, juby Pinot Noir fruit. For the first time, they crush the Pinot fruit. They let the skin that contains the color and the tannin macerate with the juice inside, and they literally turn it into a light red Pinot style. And then they blend white wine and red wine together. It's called the assemblage technique. Everything sounds better in French, even me.
Assemblage.
Assemblage, or to assemble, basically, assembling white and red wine. I'm Kyla in Australia, and I'm Kyla in France. But Rosé Champagne is way more versatile than people give it credit for. And
It's amazing.
It's amazing. And I actually think that Rosé Champagne is the most versatile food wine, not just within the Champagne category, but outright.
Yeah, I would agree.
So you can have it with duck, you can have it with Asian food, you can have it with white meat, you can have it with dessert, but it's beautiful with this particular dish. What you have is a little bit of a light sort of tannic grip, because you've got the skin and the tannin from the skin of the grape. You've got this big basket of red fruit, juby flavor. You've got strawberry, you've got raspberry, you've got blackberries. You've also got, because it's the red wine's been aged in oak, you've got some spice, you've got some anise, you've got some tannin, you've got some grit and some power. And that is a beautiful accompaniment for the dish. But you also have hallmark champagne acidity, which cleanses the palate on a dish where you've got a little bit of that
for the
fat.
fatty duck.
You got it.
Yeah.
The De Sousa Champagne is biodynamic and organic. If you have a look at the back of the label here, you see the green stamp for organics and the orange for biodynamics. You walk into the vineyard, the classical music is playing, you see the quartz, everything done by hand, 3 generations of family working side by side to create this incredible champagne. I think it is one of the best rosé champagnes, certainly one of my favorite rosé champagnes, and the perfect accompaniment to this dish.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bottoms up.
Bottoms up.